Hello, everyone, and welcome to English Voyage Podcast. I'm Emma.
And I'm Ryan. We're very happy you're here today.
Ryan, can I ask you something a little strange?
Sure, those are usually the best questions.
Do you remember the last day you didn't feel busy?
Wow, that's harder than I expected. Honestly, I don't remember.
Not even a weekend?
No. Even on weekends, I wake up thinking, okay, what do I need to do today? Laundry, shopping, cleaning, calling my parents, paying bills. Somehow my day off becomes another work day.
I know exactly what you mean. A few nights ago, I was lying in bed and I suddenly realized something. I had been busy all day, but I couldn't tell you what I actually did.
That happens to me all the time. It's like the day disappears. You answer messages, you reply to emails, you go somewhere, then somehow it's already 10 at night.
And you're left wondering, wait, where did my day go?
Exactly. Sometimes I feel like I'm running all day without really going anywhere.
You know what makes it even stranger? When I was younger, I couldn't wait to grow up. I thought adults had freedom. They could do whatever they wanted, sleep late, buy whatever they liked, travel whenever they want. It sounds amazing.
Same here. When I was in high school, I always imagined adult life would be exciting. I thought I'd wake up every morning feeling motivated. I'd have a great job. I'd cook healthy meals, exercise every evening, read books before bed.
That sounds like someone on social media.
Exactly. Reality looks very different. Now, my evening sometimes looks like this. I get home. I throw my bag on the floor. I sit on the couch for 5 minutes. Then, I wake up an hour later because I accidentally fell asleep.
I've done that! More than once. Sometimes I don't even change my clothes first. I just sit down and suddenly I don't want to move anymore.
Can I ask you something?
Of course.
What does your morning actually look like? Not your perfect morning, your real morning.
Oh, you really want the truth?
Always.
Okay, my alarm rings at 6:30. I don't get up. I tell myself 5 more minutes. Then I close my eyes. The next thing I know, it's 6:45. Then I panic. I jump out of bed, brush my teeth as fast as I can, wash my face, get dressed. Grab something small for breakfast. If I even have time, then I'm out the door.
That sounds very familiar, especially the 5 more minutes. I think those are the fastest 5 minutes in the world.
Exactly. Why do 5 minutes in bed feel like 1 second, but 5 minutes waiting in line feels like forever?
That's one of life's biggest mysteries.
What about you? Are you a morning person?
I wish. I always tell myself, tomorrow will be different. I'll wake up early, I'll make breakfast. Then tomorrow comes, and I'm hitting the snooze button before my eyes are even open.
So basically, your morning plan lasts one night.
Pretty much. Every evening, I'm very optimistic. Every morning, I'm a completely different person.
You know what's funny? When I finally leave the house, I already feel tired. The day hasn't really started, but my brain already feels busy. I'm thinking about meetings, things I forgot yesterday, what I'm going to cook tonight, whether I remembered to lock the door. It's like my mind never stays in one place.
Mine does that too. Sometimes I walk to work, but my head is already thinking about tomorrow, or next week, or something that happened last month. I'm almost never thinking about right now.
Do you still eat breakfast every day?
I try. Sometimes it's just coffee. Sometimes I grab a sandwich. Sometimes I tell myself I'll eat later. Then suddenly it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
That's terrible.
I know. But when work starts, time moves differently. You think, I'll finish this first. Then another task comes. Then another. Then someone asks, do you have a minute? And somehow that 1 minute becomes 30.
I think that's the biggest surprise about being busy. It's usually not one huge thing, it's 100 tiny things. One email, one message, one meeting. None of them seems important by itself, but together, they fill the whole day.
That's so true. People ask me, why are you tired? And I don't know what to say. Because I didn't climb a mountain, I didn't run a marathon, I just made hundreds of little decisions.
Oh, I never thought about it that way. Hundreds of little decisions.
Think about it. What should I wear? What should I eat? Should I buy groceries today? Should I exercise? Should I clean the apartment? By the end of the day, my brain feels full.
That explains something. Sometimes after work, I sit on the sofa and I can't even decide what TV show to watch. Not because nothing looks interesting, but because I'm tired of making choices.
Exactly. And then what happens?
I spent 30 minutes looking for something to watch and end up watching nothing.
I've definitely done that.
Can I tell you something a little embarrassing?
Please do. Those are usually the best stories.
Last Sunday, I made a long to-do list. Clean the kitchen, do the laundry, buy groceries, reply to messages. Pretty normal, right?
Sounds productive.
Well, I spent almost an hour making the list. I even used different colors. Everything looked perfect.
Let me guess, you didn't finish it.
I finished one thing, just one, and somehow I still felt busy the entire day.
That's the strange part, isn't it? Sometimes being busy and being productive are not the same thing.
I think we forget that. We feel tired, so we assume we achieved a lot. But those two things don't always go together.
You know, there's something that happened to me last week. At first, I thought it was just another normal evening, but it made me question why I always feel so busy, and I haven't stopped thinking about it since.
Now you have to tell me, what happened?
Well, it started with something very simple. I left my phone at home.
Wait, you left your phone at home?
Yeah, I didn't notice until I got off the train. My first thought was, oh no, today's going to be a disaster. I almost turned around to get it, but I was already late, so I kept walking.
I would have done the same, although I'd probably spend the whole day worrying.
I did. At least for the first hour, I kept reaching into my pocket every few minutes. Even though I knew my phone wasn't there, it was almost funny. My hand remembered the habit before my brain did.
Did anything important happen?
Not really. No missed call that changed my life. But something unexpected did happen.
Now I'm curious, what happened?
At lunch, I decided to walk to a small cafe near my office. Usually I eat while scrolling through my phone. That day, I had nothing to look at, so I looked around instead. There was an older man sitting alone by the window. He wasn't drinking his coffee. He kept looking at the door. Then he looked at his watch, then back at the door again. Every few minutes, he looked excited, like he was waiting for someone.
Maybe he was meeting an old friend.
That's what I thought. So I sat down with my lunch and forgot about it. 20 minutes passed. 30, nobody came. The coffee got cold, but he stayed, still smiling, every time the cafe door opened.
That makes me a little sad. Did he leave?
Eventually, he stood up very slowly, smiled, and before he walked out, he quietly said, "Maybe next Friday." Then he left.
Wow, that stayed with you, didn't it?
Yeah, I couldn't stop thinking about him. For the rest of the afternoon.
Did you ever find out who he was waiting for?
Actually, yes. A week later, I went back to the same cafe, almost at the same time. Guess who was there?
The same man?
The same seat? The same coffee. Looking at the same door, I thought, he's waiting again. Then, about 10 minutes later, a little girl ran into the cafe. She couldn't have been older than 8. She ran straight to him. He stood up with the biggest smile I'd ever seen. She hugged him so tightly. Then they both laughed. It was like the whole cafe became brighter.
So, he wasn't waiting for a date. He was waiting for his granddaughter.
Exactly. I smiled to myself. Then the waitress came over. She noticed I was looking. She said, "They come here almost every Friday," I asked. "Every Friday?" She nodded. "Sometimes she's late. Sometimes she can't come. But he always waits."
I don't know why, but that makes me emotional.
Me too. Because while I was always saying, "I'm too busy," there was someone who happily spent an hour just waiting for someone he loved. He didn't complain. He didn't look impatient. He wasn't trying to do 5 other things at the same time. He was simply there.
You know what I find interesting? If you had your phone that day, you probably wouldn't have noticed any of this.
Not a chance. I'd be watching videos, answering messages, reading the news. The whole story would have happened right in front of me, and I would have missed it.
That makes me wonder, How many beautiful little moments have we missed? Someone laughing, a child dancing in the rain, a couple holding hands, an old friend walking past us. Not because life isn't interesting, but because we're always looking somewhere else.
Exactly. I think that's what surprised me the most. Life didn't suddenly become more beautiful that day. I just paid attention.
Maybe that's why we always feel busy. We're trying so hard to keep up with everything that we forget to notice what's already here.
Yeah, we're always thinking about the next task, the next meeting, the next weekend, the next vacation, the next goal. And while we're thinking about the future, today quietly slips away.
Do you know what I usually say? I don't have enough time. But after hearing your story, I'm not sure that's true anymore. Maybe I have time. Maybe I just don't notice where it goes.
I ask myself the same question. After that day, I looked at my screen time report. Let's just say it was a little embarrassing.
Mine too.
I didn't decide to change my whole life. That never works. Instead, I made one small promise. Every day, I'll have at least 10 minutes without my phone. No music, no videos, no messages. Just me and wherever I am. Walking, drinking coffee, looking out the window, anything.
Have you kept that promise?
Most days. Not all. But something funny happened. Those 10 minutes often became 15. Sometimes 20. Not because I forced myself. Because I actually enjoyed them.
I think that's what we're really missing. Not more hours in the day. Just a few moments that actually feel like they're ours.
Exactly. Being busy isn't always the problem. Forgetting to live between all the busy moments, that's the real problem.
I like that. Live between the busy moments. Maybe that's where life has been waiting for us all along.
Maybe, and maybe tomorrow doesn't have to be completely different. Maybe all we need is one slow cup of coffee, one walk without a screen, one real conversation, one moment where we actually look up.
If you're listening today, here's something to think about. The next time you have 5 free minutes, don't reach for your phone right away. Look around instead. You never know what story might be waiting right in front of you.
Thanks for spending these moments with us. No matter how busy your week is, we hope you find a little space to slow down.
Take care.
And see you next time.
Bye-bye.